For today's media conference, we will have questions from the floor, and then we will also have members joining us online. To kick off, we'll start with Gemma.
Hi, Coach.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Very good.
Can you start by talking about what kind of momentum you can take from Saturday's game into tomorrow?
Yeah, it's up to us to take the momentum because, I think we already took the momentum in the sense of the performance. We won only last game, but we didn't lose the last four. So, and it means that we built from each performance. We always did better, being, I would say, 51% of the time the better team against Dallas, 60% of the time the better team against Galaxy, probably 80% of the time the better team against Minnesota, and then 100% of the time the better team against Montreal. So I think we are building that momentum. It's the hardest part now. It's to keep going when you start winning and you go, because it's hard to maintain. But I think we have also a different kind of pressure tomorrow. It's more of I don't want to say we are enjoying the fact that you're in the Champions League. We are really. It's I would say we feel less maybe the weight of the win at all costs, but it's more okay. Let's try to get to the next round and have more enjoyment. So, yeah, hopefully this kind of lightness in our mind is going to be also helpful tomorrow.
Talk to us about the challenge of LAFC. They're obviously reigning MLS Cup champs. They're undefeated in league play so far this season. What kind of a challenge do they present?
Well, LAFC is the best team in North America. No one can say something. It's the best team from I don't know which is the southest country in North America, maybe Panama. From Panama to Yukon is the best team. So that's the challenge that they present us. It's like and also I would say the nicest thing about this game, to have this clash against a very good team that we know that are very strong, but we also know that at home we have a strong record against them, and we have the weapon to block them. And what we need to do, I think the most important thing is to keep playing like we're playing. Like, it's not because we play against a good team now we have to defend. No, we need to go and try to score as many goals as we can, being very, 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 very careful in defensive transition, because that's their strength. The strength is winning the ball and go with their high quality player as fast as they can to the goal. So we need to be very balanced when we attack. But that's, I think, the main challenge. Then the rest, I would say, it's going to be something that we see every week in MLS, because great quality players up top, good intensity. So yeah, that's the thing. I think that the thing that make them being different than the other team is their strength on winning those 50-50 ball, counter press when they lose the ball and winning the ball back, and the transition.
You talked about how your team has continued to grow and progress and get better and better. Is this kind of a measuring stick game to check where you're actually at?
Yeah, I think so. I think every game is a measuring stick game. And, the nice thing in MLS is that there's no easy game. There's no, from team 1 to team 9, the difference is not that big. So every game, it's kind of, you have to prove something to, of course, tomorrow against the team who won the Shield last year, won the MLS Cup, and they have a lot of high-profile players. So it's going to be, I would say, something that can help us also perform better in the league if we do well.
Going into this tournament, your team did not have a lot of experience playing in the Champions League. How do you feel that first round will help your players experience-wise going into this next round?
Yeah, of course, helped a lot. Helped a lot the travel that we have in Honduras with all the challenges there and the environmental thing that were a little bit special, I would say. And so will help. I think we need to get still more experience in this type of game that are two legs games. So I give you an example, like tomorrow, whatever is going to happen and whatever the result is, the most important thing is to keep sticking to the plan and keep working the way that we work, because tomorrow is only the first half. So if we win 2-0, we lose 2-0 or whatever, it's not like a league game that, okay, I have to think about resting players, or maybe I'm managing this game, because you cannot manage this game. You need to go forward. So I think that sometimes can be even helpful for us, because we've shown that we are not the best in the world to manage those kind of situations. So being ready to go 100% for the entire game maybe can free us mentally.
So, Vanni, tomorrow, the opposition is familiar, the setting is familiar, but the occasion is different.
Yeah.
Are you going to try to approach this with downplaying the occasion and treating it more as a regular MLS match, or do you think that it will help the team to play even harder, knowing that this is a Champions League match?
I think, again, we are enjoying to be in this competition, and I'm actually a little, I don't want to say sad, but I wanted to play another international game against either Mexican team or Costa Rican team. So I think we want to gain the right to do another exotic trip, and we don't have to downplay the fact that if we win, we are one round from the final. So it's a pretty huge thing. So I want to say also to our fans that I know that there's not too much of a culture in North America of games played outside the set of the league, but this is something that can really be historic if we win. And so I think tomorrow, because it's going to be a great game, but also because it's very important, we'll need the help of our fans too.
And does the role of away goals play a factor in your preparation? And if so, do you think that puts even more pressure on your defense and keeper to perform well tomorrow?
Yes. It's gonna play a factor for sure. But so not conceding goal is very important when you're at home. So parenthesis, I know that I'm not, this is just bar talk. I hope that Concacaf is gonna do like UEFA next year and remove this rule, because I'm gonna say it before we play, so there's no anything you say. So no, I don't think it's a fair rule. The away goal, I think, is a wrong rule. But maybe we win because of the away goal. But anyway, I don't think it's fair. And so I hope that it's gonna be removed like UEFA did. But we'll play around it in the sense that. Again, we are not defending it. We are trying to attack, but to be very balanced, because we know that not conceding goal or goals plural is very important when you play home.
Can I just build in on that? With the second leg now being in LA and you're going for that second leg, do you like that, being away in the second leg because of the away goals? Because, if you can go into that with a lead, and a goal down there next week and everything is in your hands.
Yeah. I debated. There's a lot of pro and cons in both. So I think I like that for the thing that you said, actually, to be honest, because it can free you when you are away, and maybe you can score a goal and it becomes decisive because you scored a goal away. But on the same moment, there's also the environmental aspect, and LAFC, it's a stadium, no longer Bank of California, BMO Stadium. It's a place where the fans play a role, where the environment plays a role, and so I think they have a little advantage to play the second leg home.
So we'll go one more for Michael, then one for Hart, then we got one more for JJ.
Yeah.
You talked before the competition about how much this meant to you, testing yourself on the international stage.
Yeah.
What did you learn from that first leg? I know it was maybe lesser opponents, but everything involved in that, preparing the team, managing the team to play the MLS games in between. What have you learned about yourself as a coach and about your team?
Well, I learned that, you need to face every game like his most important game. And you need to gain the right of treating a game that is, you can rest people like we did last round, winning 5-0 the first round. So I also, again, it's really more, I don't know how to say, you need to stick more to textbook coaching, I think, in this kind of games, because especially in the first leg against, you are doing less game management because you want to keep playing well, because you want to keep staying in the game. You want maybe score a goal. Even if you're down 2 goals, scoring a goal, it can change everything. It's not like in MLS, then you throw 5 strikers at the end because you try to score 2 goals and do a 2-2. So I think it helps also to really underscore what are important for the development of the team. And it's really important to be following doing this.
Coach, you're going to be missing an important team member on the coaching staff tomorrow.
Yeah.
Will you be adding anyone to the bench tomorrow?
No. So Michael, he had a little injury last week. So he's been helping us from afar in the sense, but he's still not cleared because of his concussion. So, if last week, if this gave extra motivation to the guys to dedicate the win to him, hopefully it's going to be the same tomorrow too.
Thank you. We will now go to JJ online, please.
Hey, Vanni, can you hear me now?
Now, yes.
All right, it's good to hear you. Two quick questions for you. Here's the first one.
Yeah.
Stylistically and tactically, you're a much different team than the Colorado Rapids, but they managed to get a result against LAFC, pulled out the ugly stick and sort of took them out of rhythm. Is there anything you can take from that game film to apply to your much different team?
I think the best lesson has been how Colorado was dangerous against LAFC in set plays, and so we'll need to be very good at that. Then the way that Colorado plays, the different setup. We play in an indoor stadium with turf. They play in a mile-high stadium where the balls fly like it's playing. So it's going to be a little different to replicate the same kind of approach. But I think the thing that we really actually took is the fact that Colorado was extremely dangerous against the LAFC in set plays. So we hope to do the same.
You touched on LAFC and their record at BC Place recently. You've been in a couple different places for those games, but those have been some good squads that have come in here and lost. What are your thoughts on why that is, that they have a little bit of trouble here in BC Place?
I think 2 things. I don't want to jinx ourselves, but so I'm going to touch everything. The first thing, I think that they suffered teams that they mark the space and not the man. I think that they thrive when other team, they try to be aggressive man-to-man against them because they free space and they create a lot of 1v1 opportunity when they have the best players in the league probably. And the second thing is because our turf is not the fastest play surface in the world, it presents some challenges because all that the way that the grass is cut in their stadium is one of the fastest pitch in the league, and maybe they find a little bit of trouble. But again, I don't know. Let me touch everything because maybe tomorrow they're gonna play fantastically. We'll see.
Excellent. Thanks, Vanni. Oh, any side bets with Mark on the outcome of the game tomorrow?
Sorry, what did you say?
Any side bets with Mark on your team
Well, no,
again?
well, not yet, but for sure, he's gonna find a good bottle of wine in his locker room.
Thanks, Vanni.
No problem.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Sir.
Julian Gressel here. We'll start with questions from the floor.
Hi, Julian. Can you talk to us about what Saturday's performance can do for the team?
Just gives us a good feeling about, that we are in the right direction. I think the performances were obviously there over the past few weeks. The results weren't. This one, finally, we got off the mark in MLS and good home win, that will hopefully give us a bit of confidence heading to a tough matchup now tomorrow. And obviously for the league, it was big as well, just to get off the mark. And now you look at the standings, you see yourself above the line, it's obviously a good feeling. So obviously want to carry that with us.
You talked about this being a tough matchup. What's the feeling? Reigning MLS Cup champions, the team has been undefeated in the league so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, the feeling is excitement. I think I'm excited about it. I think the guys are excited. I think we want to play in those kind of games. I think that's kind of been the mindset a bit, that you want to play against the best, and LAFC certainly are the best. They're the favorites, I think, to win the Champions League. They're obviously, undefeated, like you said, in MLS. Great, way of playing, great, quality players, all of it. So, we want to measure up against that and see where we are. And it'll be, two fun games for us.
Can you talk about the importance of putting together a solid defensive?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to, right? I think it's been, you have 2 games, you have obviously a second leg, so we can't forget about that. So defensively, they have quality players. Like I said, I think you can go through the list. I don't need to start listing them out, but there's six guys that can be really, really dangerous. So we obviously have to be clued in as a whole team. It's not just individually. You can focus on 1 or 2 guys. No, it's the whole team that is very dangerous, and the way they attack and the way they play is very efficient. They score a lot of goals. So it'll take us a very good defensive performance just to obviously carry that into the return leg as well.
Julian, does the fact that LAFC, they haven't won here in a while, play on your mind in the build-up to this match or on other players' minds?
I haven't really thought about it. I know that last year, I think they beat him here. I wasn't here yet. I mean, I know that this is a tough place to come and play. I think everybody in the league knows that, that this is not just an easy place you roll in and you get your points and you get out of here. No, it's, I think we've been very good at home, in the past. So that doesn't really surprise me. It's, but again, at the same time, we don't really want to have that start tomorrow. We got to make sure that, we're on top of it. We're clued in defensively, offensively, we challenge them. And like I said before, I think they're a very good team. They can, if they put it all together on the field, there's very little teams that can beat them at the moment. So, we got to be that team that is tough to beat tomorrow, and obviously it doesn't let them get their first win here.
And what do you think finally clicked on Saturday against Montreal that you were hoping clicks again tomorrow against LAFC?
Well, I think the performance kind of has been there, even from the start of the season. I think we put the ball in the back of the net. We created even clearer chances than what we did in the weeks before, and I think that helps. Brian scoring, Simon scoring. Those things help. Myself, I got a goal too. So it's those are good feelings. When you put the ball in the back of the net and you score 5 as a whole team, is obviously nice, and you kind of try and carry that with you in terms of confidence and knowing that you can do it and you can finish off those chances that you're creating.
Talking of confidence, you're full of confidence. It looks like on the pitch just now, you've been assisting, you've been getting goals. You're in a real purple patch right now. What do you think's unlocked you to this extent to start the season?
Nothing really specific. I don't know. I think it's something I'm comfortable. I'm happy here. I'm comfortable in the in the way we play. I'm comfortable with the guys in the locker room. It's a very good dynamic, you know, the coaching staff, and everything has done a really good job from the start of preseason to, you know, define our roles and make it easy for me to really step in and show my qualities. And that, yeah, kind of leads to production, I guess, so far. So it's really just that, you know, I think for me, a big thing is being happy off the field and having my family life situated and, you know, everything's good there. And then you carry that with you. You carry without, you know, without any thoughts in your head. You can just come to work and really work on your quality, your play without having to worry anything off the field. So it's really been a good few months for me so far. And, you know, I'm trying to obviously carry that as the season goes on.
And this will be the last question.
We talked to Vanni about the away goals rule. As a player, how do you like that? And having the second leg on the road, does that kind of play into the team a little bit? Because, you know, if you can go into that second leg with a lead, a goal down there, and all of a sudden they're kind of scrambling a little bit.
I think statistically it doesn't help, right? I think there's some statistics out there by now that I think whoever hosts the first leg is usually at a little disadvantage. But you know, I think it kind of plays in our favor a bit because of the scheduling. So we don't have to travel midweek now and then come back home and then, you know, it's in that sense, we have 3 home games now this week to stay here. And in that sense, I think it's good for us to get the recovery right and everything, even looking for Saturday. But yeah, I think, you know, we'll have to see where we're at tomorrow. I think it's a 90-minute game that we want to play as good as possible. Obviously, we would like to win with a shutout. You know, I think that's obviously what every team wants to do in the first leg, even if you play away. Yeah, we'll reassess, I guess, after tomorrow night, where we're at for next Tuesday. But again, yeah, we're excited to play at home. I think it'll be a good crowd, and we're having, you know, obviously have played some pretty good soccer, and hopefully the good performance from, you know, last weekend with some goals can lead to something here tomorrow as well.
Outstanding. Thank you very much, Julian.
Yeah.